I'm Senator Tamboli speaking first time in the session. Judges and PO, please give me an indication when you're ready. Vaccines may be lifesavers, but not for all. I'll present several pieces of evidence why passing a bill to vaccinate all the children in the U.S. will not improve public health. Therefore, Senators, we should please join me in the negation of this bill. Vaccines are not equally beneficial for everyone. A study done by the Center for Disease Control, or the CDC, found that children who received the HIV vaccine were found to be 5 times more likely to contract disease than the children who did not receive the vaccine. Many vaccinations fail to achieve the intended level of immunity and may cause horrible complications, including death, which one will have to suffer for the rest of their life. The trade-off is not worth the risk. Even after many doses of vaccines, American children are still among the sickest in the developed world. Vaccines may cause undesired harms. According to Barbara Lowe Fisher, president of National Vaccine Information Center, or the NVIC, with 95% of U.S. kindergartners fully vaccinated, 1 in 6 learning disabled, 1 in 10 has asthma, and 1 in 10 is living with autism. Educated parents and healthcare professionals are asking valid questions: why so highly vaccinated children are getting so sick? The CDC admits that U.S. disease outbreaks are not due to failure to vaccine, but a failure of the vaccine to give long-lasting immunity. The government should not interfere with personal medical choices. Medical decisions for children should be up to their parents. Fisher also says if the state can tag, track down, and force citizens against their own will to be injected with biological products of known and unknown toxicity today, there will be no limit on which individual freedoms the state can take away in the name of greater good tomorrow. Freedom over one's physical person is the most basic freedom of all, and people in a free society should be owners of their own bodies. When we give the government power to make the medical decisions for us, we are accepting that the state owns our bodies. So Senators, please join me in the negation of this bill. Thank you. Now I'm open for questions.
For the judges, that was a speech of 2 minutes and 39 seconds. All questioners, please rise.
Senator, you stated that that the vaccination's power is not equal to everyone. Yet, isn't it just best that everyone take the vaccination so that if an outbreak were to come, everyone would be prepared?
Well, what will happen is that when everybody's vaccinated, there is a risk of the child getting highly sick. Maybe because of they have a allergic reaction that is very fatal, or as one previous senator stated, they contain dangerous items that can interfere with the child's body and body functions.
Online is Senator Christian.
Wouldn't it be safer to provide vaccines with very little risk than to let children just face a bunch of viruses and diseases?
P.O., can you please tell him to restate the question?
Senator, could you please restate the question?
Wouldn't it be safer to provide vaccines with very little risk than to let the children face lots of diseases and viruses on their own?
I totally agree with you that we should give vaccines that have not a lot of dangerous chemicals in them. But the problem is that we need to spend a whole lot of money to try to redo all these vaccines to require this new foundation.
Back on the floor, Senator Gallagher.
Senator, are you vaccinated? If so, do you regret that decision?
I have been vaccinated, but when I was like 5. And that's a pretty old age to be vaccinated. And my sister, who was vaccinated, she actually got asthma because of that. When she was vaccinated, when she was young, she got the asthma.
Sarah, don't you think that all parents are not educated enough about goods of vaccines? I'm not talking middle class, but lower middle class parents might not be educated, so government needs to make decisions on their behalf.
That's a very good question, but the parents, I don't know any parent out there who is that uneducated they will if it's very necessary, and everybody knows what's good for them and who they love. That's instinct, basically.
Okay.
Thank you, Senator. You may be seated.